Hello everyone! American farmers and hunters are using guns to control wolf populations. These fierce wolves are causing severe damage to the livestock industry, with over 5,000 cattle attacked each year. Hunters have had to open fire, resulting in hundreds of wolves being shot down. Is this an appropriate solution? Let's explore in this video. In the U.S., wolves pose a serious threat to the livestock industry. Each year, over 5,000 livestock are attacked by wolves, causing economic losses of up to $20 million. Especially in states like Montana and Idaho, which have large wolf populations, the rate of livestock attacks is 3 times higher than the national average. In 2022, in Wyoming alone, 435 sheep and 72 cattle were killed by wolves. Faced with this situation, state authorities have implemented several drastic measures. They issue controlled hunting permits, allowing farmers to hunt wolves in forests near their farms. Wolf hunting has become an important measure to control populations and protect American farmers' livestock. Hunters typically use long-range rifles to take down wolves threatening herds from a safe distance.
Good shot, buddy.
However, this activity is tightly managed by strict regulations. Each state has a limit on the number of wolves allowed to be hunted, usually ranging from 5 to 10 per season. Violations can lead to heavy fines of up to $10,000 or revocation of hunting licenses. To obtain a wolf hunting permit, hunters must complete firearms safety training and pass an exam. The minimum age to hunt wolves is typically 16, but adult supervision is required until age 18. Health and ability to move in wilderness environments are also important factors, as wolf hunting requires endurance and agility. The effective shooting range is typically 100 to 300 meters, depending on the hunter's skill and supporting equipment like binoculars and optical scopes. Many hunters also use camouflage gear and sound lures to attract wolves. However, when facing an attacking wolf, hunters must remain calm and aim accurately. Statistics show about 5 to 10 cases of hunters being attacked by wolves each year, mainly due to carelessness. Wolf traps are an effective tool, widely used to protect livestock and control wolf populations. Traps are usually placed around farms, where wolves often appear in search of food.
You want to smell it quick? Smell it? No, we let him
They
go.
are set along wolf trails, near water sources, or in areas with signs of wolf activity. The trap mechanism works by capturing the wolf's leg when it steps in. After choosing an ideal location, hunters begin digging a small hole, just big enough to conceal the trap. The depth and width of the hole must be precise to ensure the trap lies level with the ground when placed. The most common type is the steel leg hold trap. It consists of two curved steel jaws, held open by a sensitive mechanism. When a wolf steps on it, the trap closes, gripping the animal's leg firmly. The trap is securely attached to a flexible steel cable, strong enough to hold the wolf's leg when trapped. This ensures the animal can't drag the trap away and escape. The next step is to carefully spread a layer of fine soil over the entire surface of the trap. This camouflage layer is crucial in hiding the trap's presence. Then, a small amount of canned fish is added as bait. According to data from the U.S. Bureau of Land Management, in 2020, about 6,300 wolves were caught in traps, accounting for 62% of the total wolves eliminated. Compared to traditional hunting methods, trapping allows for more effective control of wolf numbers, especially in large and hard-to-reach areas. The use of traps has also sparked controversy. Conservationists argue that this method is too cruel and can harm other animal species. On the other hand, farmers contend that it's a necessary measure to protect their livestock and livelihoods. Which method would you support? Hunting or trapping? Comment number 1 if you support hunting, or number 0 if you think trapping would be a better measure. Next, hello everyone. Imagine a peaceful forest with diverse wildlife being ravaged by a pack of ferocious wild boars. They are tearing up the ground, disrupting water sources, and weakening trees by eating their roots. They even attack and kill other animal species to seize food and territory. This is truly an urgent issue that demands decisive action from all of us. Let's learn more about the threat of wild boars and explore solutions to protect this valuable ecosystem. Do you believe that there are millions of wild boars wreaking havoc on the natural landscapes of America? The following numbers will astound you. According to the latest estimates from the U.S. Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management, there are currently about 6 million wild boars running rampant across 35 states of this country. Remarkably, this number is equivalent to the population of a major city like Philadelphia or Washington, D.C. But what are the most heavily affected areas? The state of Texas has become the #1 culprit with an estimated 1.5 million wild boars, accounting for nearly a quarter of the total nationwide. Following Texas are Florida and California with 500,000 and 300,000 of these ferocious animals, respectively. But their impact doesn't stop there. Experts estimate that wild boars have caused up to $1.5 billion in damage to U.S. agriculture annually. Texas alone suffers approximately $500 million in losses each year due to their activities. And these are just the economic figures, not to mention the serious impact on ecosystems and biodiversity. According to research, wild boars have damaged over 300 species of rare and endangered plants across the United States. With their staggering reproductive rate and extraordinary adaptability, without effective control measures, these ferocious wild boar populations will continue to soar, posing a serious threat to our own habitats. Have you ever imagined facing a ferocious wild boar, weighing hundreds of pounds with razor-sharp teeth? That's the challenge that hunters in the United States are facing in the battle against invasive wild boar herds. Hunting is considered one of the most effective methods to control the increasing population of wild boars. However, it's also a challenging and dangerous task, requiring courage and high skills. Imagine a tense hunt between hunters and a ferocious wild boar herd in a vast field. The sound of footsteps mingles with the barking of dogs across the field. Every step must be extremely cautious, as wild boars have keen hearing and can launch sudden attacks. Then suddenly, a massive wild boar charges out from the bushes, and the hunter must quickly take aim with absolute concentration. A gunshot rings out, enough to bring down the prey. Wild boar hunts not only demand excellent marksmanship skills, but also require the cunning and resilience of true hunters. Yet, it's an indispensable part of our efforts to control the population of wild boars, safeguarding habitats and valuable biodiversity. Imagine this scene. You're taking a stroll in the early morning, breathing in the fresh air of a peaceful neighborhood. But then, you come across an unbelievable sight. Piles of trash strewn about, scattered papers and plastic littering the streets in disarray. But this isn't the work of careless environmental offenders. The bizarre culprit behind it all is wild boars. These ferocious wild boars have silently invaded and turned your neighborhood into a natural landfill. They even unabashedly forage and dig up every patch of grass, flower bed, and backyard. Overnight, you'd wake up to a devastated garden, filled with deep pits dug by their sharp claws. They can carry dangerous bacteria and parasites from the waste, causing outbreaks of infectious diseases. Furthermore, the continuous digging by wild boars also leads to severe soil erosion, diminishing the quality of the surrounding habitat. This not only affects the landscape, but also has detrimental effects on the ecosystem and the health of the entire community. The issue of wild boar infestation is increasingly severe in residential areas across the United States. Without effective control measures, their invasion will continue to spread, leading to even more serious consequences. Automatic traps are indeed one of the most effective tools for controlling invasive wild boars. They operate on a simple yet clever principle. When a wild boar is lured by an enticing bait, it enters the trap. At this point, a motion sensor is triggered, swiftly shutting the trap door made of steel in just 0.25 seconds. The wild boar is suddenly captured, unable to escape. The trap stands at 6 feet tall and is constructed from sturdy steel to ensure durability. The next day, farmers come to handle them by rendering them unconscious and loading them onto trucks. These wild boars are then either processed or sold to local pork processing plants. In 2022, over 20,000 wild boars were successfully trapped in agricultural areas across the United States. This impressive number demonstrates the effectiveness of the automatic trap method in preventing the devastation caused by wild boars to crop fields. Furthermore, another method used to control wild boars is hunting. As night falls, wild boar hunters in Florida prepare to engage in a dangerous battle with these ferocious animals. Hunters use rifles or scoped guns with long-range capabilities to ensure safety. The sound of gunfire echoes through the night air, accompanied by the scent of gunpowder spreading. Unfortunate wild boars are brought down while the rest of the herd flees in panic. But the hunters do not hesitate to pursue, determined to control the overly abundant population to protect Florida's environment. The hunting process is carried out professionally, adhering to regulations regarding environmental protection and safety. The goal is not to completely eradicate wild boars, but to control their population at a sustainable level. As the morning arrives, the wild boars hunted are collected and handled properly to minimize their impact on the ecosystem. A dangerous yet successful night for those who control the wild boars ensures a balance between humans and the wild.
Hello everyone. Feral hogs, an invasive and dangerous animal species, have spread across 35 states throughout the United States. According to the latest statistics, the total number of feral hogs here is estimated to be around 6.9 million. In the state of Texas, the feral hog population is estimated to be the highest, with around 1.5 million. Following that is Florida with around 1 million and California with over 800,000. Their presence has become a major threat to agriculture, the natural environment, and even humans. Feral hogs are omnivores, eating plants such as roots, fruits, mushrooms, as well as insect larvae and small animals. With their sharp hooves and long snouts, they can easily dig and destroy the ground to search for food. The feeding habits of feral hogs have caused serious consequences for plant life and ecosystems. Millions of dollars are poured by the U.S. government into campaigns to hunt invasive feral hogs each year. From dense forests to suburban areas, hunting teams have been mobilized to participate in this hunting activity. Feral hog hunting begins by surveying and identifying areas with dense feral hog populations by tracking their footprints and droppings. Hunters need a hunting license from the authorities to ensure legal activity. The hunting group must be fully equipped with rifles, ammunition, and other necessary equipment, always putting safety first. Each hunter is deployed in the designated area, strictly following safety rules. Fall and winter are the ideal times when the temperature is cool and feral hogs move around more to find food. The hunt can last for many days in a month. In a successful hunt, each hunter can kill between 5 and 20 feral hogs. The average number of hogs caught ranges from 8 to 12, depending on the skills and hunting conditions of the hunters. Feral hogs weighing between 150 to 400 pounds are usually prioritized for meat. After hunting, the feral hog carcasses will be taken home or sold to local processing facilities. On average, a 250-pound hog can be sold for $300, although prices may vary at different times. Thus, a hunter can earn around $10,000 to $15,000 in a day, which is truly an attractive income. Many people wonder why Americans don't eat feral hog meat. Actually, it's not the majority. Feral hog meat is considered a delicacy in many parts of America, but there is still a sizable portion of the population that doesn't favor this type of meat. The main reasons are concerns about food safety, as well as some cultural and personal factors. First, feral hogs are wild animals, living freely in nature. This raises concerns about their potential to carry diseases and parasites that can harm humans. Although the slaughtering and processing is done with strict sanitary measures, there is always some risk of contamination. Additionally, feral hog meat has a rather distinctive flavor, usually tougher and saltier compared to domesticated pork. This makes many people unaccustomed to this special taste, especially those used to farm-raised pork. Some Americans choose not to eat feral hog meat for ethical reasons or environmental views. They believe that hunting feral hogs is harmful to nature and wildlife. Therefore, they avoid this food to adhere to their lifestyle and beliefs. In the United States, you can find feral hog meat at specialty shops. In rural and mountainous areas, many small grocery stores sell fresh feral hog meat from local hunters. In major cities, there are shops specializing in game meat and hunting supplies that offer feral hog meat along with other wild meats. The presence of these specialty shops reflects the growing demand for feral hog meat in the U.S. Have you ever eaten feral hog meat? If you love this dish, comment 1 and 0 if you find it disgusting. Please help me by subscribing to the channel to support us, and so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you and see you in the next videos.
Hello everyone. The invasion of wild boars has become a significant disaster in the state of Texas in the southern United States. Recent statistics show that the population of wild boars here has skyrocketed to a record 1.5 million in 2022, double from 10 years ago. This alarming increase has caused severe economic and environmental consequences.
According to estimates, the damage caused by wild boars to Texas agriculture amounts to $1.5 billion annually, including the cost of repairing infrastructure, restoring pastures, and replanting destroyed crops. Moreover, the growing presence of wild boars directly threatens native wildlife species. They attack and prey on many animal species, causing significant harm to farmers. Wild boars are highly intelligent and typically active at night. They travel in groups of 10 to 15. These herds of wild boars pose traffic safety risks when moving on streets and frequently dig up the ground, damaging ecosystems. Faced with this emergency, the state of Texas has made efforts to implement various wild boar control measures, including organizing wild boar hunting expeditions. In southeast Texas, hunting wild boars, especially at night, has become popular and attractive for many locals and tourists. With the increasing population of wild boars, controlling their numbers is a necessary environmental management measure and offers a unique recreational experience. At night, when darkness falls, the sound of hunting rifles taking down wild boars echoes throughout the rural areas and mountain forests of southeast Texas. With night vision equipment and optical sights, hunting enthusiasts can easily track and target the active wild boars at night. Nighttime wild boar hunting provides an adventurous thrill and helps control the population of these invasive species, which cause significant damage to agriculture and the environment. Hunters and farmers often form groups to hunt together for greater effectiveness. According to the latest statistics from the Texas Wildlife Operations Department, as many as 445,698 wild boars were hunted in the state's southeast region in 2022 alone. Night trapping is a technique for capturing wild boars at night when they are active and foraging for food. Large trap enclosures are set up where wild boars frequently pass, baited with corn, wheat, or livestock feed. The door closes once the wild boars enter the trap, confining them within. This method is favored because it captures many wild boars at once without hunting and shooting them. This helps minimize the risk of injuring the animals and ensures human safety. Night trapping effectively captures entire herds of wild boars, including mothers and piglets. Farmers visit the traps the following day and collect the wild boars caught inside. Statistics show that around 1.5 million wild boars are trapped using this method each year. Let's move to the Netherlands to see how farmers deal with invading wild boar herds. As natural food sources in the forests gradually deplete, the boars quickly move into other areas to meet their nutritional needs. According to scientific research, wild boars can travel dozens of miles daily searching for new food sources. They are ready to invade farmers' fields in search of food. They enjoy eating corn, wheat, and most crops in the fields. With their varied diet, wild boars quickly adapt their menu to new living environments. Furthermore, they intrude into residential areas, unexpectedly appearing on streets and causing horrific accidents. According to the latest data from the traffic management agency Rijkswaterstaat, in 2022, there were 615 collisions between vehicles and wild boars on roads in the Netherlands. This number slightly increased from the 598 incidents recorded in 2021. Notably, some severe collisions resulted in casualties among road users. Specifically, there were 3 fatalities and 82 injuries in wild boar vehicle collisions on Dutch roads in 2022. A female wild boar can reproduce as early as 6 to 8 months old and give birth to 4 to 12 piglets per litter, even twice a year. This horrific reproductive rate makes controlling the wild boar population extremely difficult and costly. In the war against wild boar invasion, constructing sturdy fences seems simple yet highly effective. The fences are made of wire mesh or sturdy metal panels. Wooden posts are driven at least 3 feet into the ground to prevent digging from underneath. The above-ground portion is also designed with a minimum height of 4 to 6 feet to prevent the boars from climbing over. Some fence models even incorporate electric shocks on the top portion to enhance deterrence. In addition, farmers need to combine fencing with other measures, such as trapping, to prevent the boars from accessing their farms. Snare traps and foothold traps are commonly used to catch individual wild boars. The traps must be placed near water and food sources for maximum effectiveness. Hunting wild boars should also be practiced regularly, but safety standards must be followed. Utilizing wild boar meat as food also helps avoid wasting this food source. Wild boar meat is considered a highly nutritious food with significant health benefits. Although a wild animal, wild boar meat contains higher protein levels, healthy fats, and essential vitamins and minerals than domesticated pork. However, it should be noted that raw wild boar meat can potentially transmit certain zoonotic diseases if not properly handled and cooked. Therefore, the hunting and processing of wild boar meat must comply with strict food safety and hygiene regulations. In summary, the wild boar invasion issue requires close coordination and effective, sustainable control measures from the authorities to ensure ecological balance and sustainable development. Do you think of any better methods? Please leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching our video until the end. Please support me by subscribing to the channel to help it grow and ensure you don't miss any other exciting videos. Goodbye, and see you again in the following video.
Pigeon farming for meat is considered a developing agricultural sector in China. In 2023, it is estimated that millions of birds were consumed, bringing in a profit of $500 million for businesses. The domestic market demand is expected to continue strong growth through the end of 2030. Hello everyone! Have you ever wondered about the rich and diverse history of pigeon farming? Since ancient times, this bird has been recognized and utilized by humans for its potential in communication, sports, and even as a source of food. Join us as we explore how the unique characteristics of pigeons have been harnessed over millennia to serve our daily lives. We'll dive into how pigeon farms meet our everyday food needs. Pigeons, with over 200 diverse species, shine across the world's skies like diamonds. Their widespread distribution from warm tropical regions to cold temperate zones and even frigid polar areas showcases their extraordinary adaptability and richness. Their presence across continents and islands is a testament to boundless beauty and vitality, making the natural world even more abundant and enchanting. Pigeons symbolize the diversity and creativity of nature, shining through many unique species. They are both family companions and athletes in sporting events. More importantly, pigeons also bring economic value, demonstrating sustainable use of natural resources, enriching human life. Visit China to witness the prosperity that farmers have achieved through the rearing of meat pigeons. This task is not only an art but also a science, requiring skillfulness and meticulous selection of each egg, ensuring that each chosen egg meets the highest standards of hygiene and uniformity in size. This process not only helps to increase the hatch rate but also minimizes the risk of egg spoilage. After carefully selecting the best eggs, farmers place them in an egg incubator with cozy conditions, ensuring ideal temperature and humidity levels crucial for embryo development. This task demands precision and patience, but the outcome is successful hatching, bringing joy and prosperity to them. Within the 60-day life cycle from egg to mature bird, each step is miraculous, harboring life and the potential for future reproduction. The transformation process from egg to mature pigeon occurs rapidly and remarkably. From tiny cells inside the egg, the pigeon swiftly undergoes a miraculous journey of development, transforming into a vibrant and colorful living creature in just a short period. Between 15 to 20 days, they begin confidently stepping out of the nest, curious about the world around them. By 25 or 30 days, these young birds have reached maturity, asserting their place in nature, ready to face any challenges and continue the reproductive cycle, sustaining the lineage. Maintaining cleanliness in the living space of pigeons is a top priority to protect them from diseases. A clean environment, regularly cleaned and disinfected, prevents the spread of bacteria, viruses, and parasites. This not only limits disease outbreaks but also keeps the flock healthy, ready to face any challenges. Through meticulous cleanliness maintenance, pigeon flocks are nurtured in an ideal environment, enhancing nutrient absorption efficiency and reinforcing their immune system. A disease-free living space alleviates stress, promotes reproductive development, and boosts fertility. Careful hygiene not only ensures the health of pigeons but also significantly reduces healthcare costs, providing long-term benefits for the entire flock. Do you find these pigeons beautiful? Please enjoy a cup of hot tea to keep your spirits sharp, and comment 1 to let us know you're still watching this video. Thank you. At this pigeon farm, we implement a special marketing system, organizing sales events regularly every 5 days. This reflects a meticulous effort to maintain balance and enhance production efficiency. We classify and prepare young pigeons for the market when they reach the appropriate age, conducting each step with utmost care to protect their health and ensure the best possible development for the flock. The preparation process is complete, and now, we begin dividing the young pigeons into sales batches, with each batch comprising up to 30 individuals. The meticulous selection at this stage not only emphasizes quality but also ensures suitability for the diverse requirements of the market, particularly focusing on detail and professionalism, thus establishing a reputation for the farm. This story of the owner of this farm is a testament to how dreams and creativity can lead to remarkable achievements. By abandoning conventional methods and adopting a new pigeon farming strategy, which involves raising both parent birds and offspring, he has ushered in a new area of success in the pigeon farming industry. This innovative breeding technique has significantly increased efficiency, reducing the time and effort required for pigeon farming, resulting in an impressive annual revenue of $500,000 for the farm. As a result, the farm has become an icon of innovation and smart management, shining brightly in the industry, garnering attention and respect. A significant advancement in the field of animal husbandry, this specialized automated assembly line, capable of processing up to 3,000 pigeons per hour, has ushered in a new area of efficiency and safety in production. This technology is not only a breakthrough in manufacturing but also a comprehensive solution to enhance product quality for consumers, while creating a safe and efficient working environment for laborers. The fully automated assembly line technology has greatly reduced the need for manual intervention in pigeon processing, resulting in a significant reduction in labor intensity and minimizing the risk of accidents. This innovation significantly improves working conditions, prioritizing the safety of laborers. Fully automated, the new assembly line significantly reduces human involvement in the pigeon slaughtering process, providing dual benefits, reducing heavy workload and limiting the risk of labor accidents. This not only enhances safety for employees but also ensures smooth and seamless production processes. From inspection to packaging and sealing, each step occurs not only at an astonishing speed but also with absolute precision, delivering the safest and highest quality products to consumers. Pigeon meat, with its high protein content and rich in vitamin B, is an ideal food for boosting the immune system and efficiently metabolizing energy. It provides iron, phosphorus, zinc, and selenium, essential nutrients that support bone health, strengthen the immune system, and enhance the body's antioxidant capabilities. Pigeon meat also contains omega-3 and unsaturated fatty acids, benefiting heart health. With its easily digestible and light nature, pigeon meat becomes a preferred choice in low-fat, high-protein diets. Have you ever tasted pigeon meat? If you have, please comment 1. If you haven't experienced it yet, feel free to comment 0. Thank you, everyone. In the upcoming video, we will introduce the most modern farms in the world, where cutting-edge technologies and processing methods converge. Please help support our channel by subscribing so you don't miss out on exciting videos. Hello, and see you in the next videos.
Mula, a land once known for its quiet hills and fertile valleys, a paradise for farmers, a sanctuary for nature. But beneath this peaceful beauty, a storm is brewing. They come at night fast, silent, unstoppable. The wild boars, not one or two, but hundreds. Whole herds crashing through the darkness like tanks on a move. In just the past 3 months alone, over 740 acres, more than 300 hectares of crops, have been wiped out, cornfields trampled, olive trees uprooted, water pipes torn apart like toys. All of this in a region where pork is rarely consumed, meaning the wild boars breed unchecked, rapidly, ruthlessly, relentlessly. When the government couldn't act fast enough and the destruction spread like wildfire, the hunters stepped in not as hobbyists, but as the last line of defense. They are seasoned trackers, former military sharpshooters,
and multi-generational farmers who know every inch of the land. Armed with night vision scopes, drones scanning from above, trained dogs, and the grit of their ancestors, they became the shield between the village and chaos. Every night, they venture into the darkness, risking injury, risking death to protect what the wild boars threaten to erase forever, driven by unshakable courage. The Dhaka Mountains remote, wild, unforgiving, rugged terrain. We split into teams along the slopes of the northern ridge. They burst out of the brush like a freight train, fast, fierce, untamed. I saw Anatuano 12 of them, their backs glistening with sweat. A massive lead boar over 350 pounds, tusks like bayonets, eyes like black glass, broke away from the herd and charged toward us. When it spotted my teammate, it veered off in another direction, but at such close range, there was no escape. One precise shot brought it down. Our first takedown. On the other side of the ridge, my team pushed deeper into the brush with our hunting dog. We spotted one. It didn't run, it charged straight at us, fierce and fearless. At that close range, there was no choice. One accurate shot. It dropped just 5 feet from where I stood. Its body hit the ground like a falling tree. The earth shook.
O karşıda attın değil mi sürü?
Köpekleri buradan salacağız. Biz
Our next destination was Siberia. Temperature, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind cut straight to the bone. In the frozen heart of the Siberian wilderness, where trees crack under the frost and every breath feels like inhaling glass. We tracked them for hours. Our boots crunched through the snow. Our rifles were ice cold in our hands. Every step risked giving us away. A pack of enemies was on the move. Not wolves, not bears, but something lower to the ground, fiercer, and far more invasive. We opened fire, shot after shot, and managed to take down 2 aggressive wild boars.
İşte bu. İşte.
In this battle, survival belongs to those who think fast, shoot faster, and never ever let their guard down. Winter won't kill you, but wild boars can. While hunting may help reduce the damage in the short term, it's only a temporary response to a rapidly growing crisis. In the long run, we need more sustainable solution strategies that balance nature conservation with protecting farmers' livelihoods. When animals have shelter and a stable food supply in the wild, they're less likely to invade farmlands. This isn't just a humane approach, it's a smart way to prevent future conflict. Giving nature a way out is also how we keep people safe.
Tamam, tamam.
Çapa atsana çapa.
Şu bak bak. Bayağı şu.
Lan benim taşım orada. Kafayı bir şey. Anam böyle. Bir dakika. Seyret kalesine atlamadılar. Seyret kalesinin karşı yapma.
The hunt in Siberia was just one front, but this warrants a global one. And here, in the heart of rural America, the enemy is multiplying faster than we can pull the trigger. Feral hogs Sioux Scrofa are no longer just visitors. They've become an invasion. From Texas to Tennessee, from the swamps of Florida to the forests of Missouri, their numbers have exploded. Here's what most people don't realize: these animals aren't like deer or coyotes. They reproduce like wildfire. A single sow can have 2 litters a year, with 6 to 12 piglets each time. That's up to 24 new hogs from just one female every 12 months. Now multiply that across a region like East Texas, where an estimated 2.6 million feral hogs roam. If left unchecked, their population can double every 4 to 5 years. And they're not just eating crops. They contaminate water sources, spread disease, and even attack livestock and pets. The USDA has confirmed cases of pseudorabies and brucellosis in wild hogs, both of which can be transmitted to farm animals. And where there's disease, there's collapse. A single infected herd can wipe out an entire year's income for a cattle rancher. A polluted stream can carry pathogens downstream for miles. At 1:30 a.m., the temperature had dropped to 42 degrees Fahrenheit, 5.5 degrees Celsius, and darkness blanketed the forest on the outskirts of Ellijay, Georgia. The sky was moonless, starless. This was the 4th time this month we'd been called out after a wave of crop destruction. According to the Gilmer County Sheriff's Office, more than 18 wild hog intrusions had been reported, causing serious damage to local pumpkin and corn farms. At exactly 2:08 a.m., the alarm system triggered. In our sights were at least 20 hogs, including one massive adult boar weighing around 290 pounds, about 132 kilograms, with hardened tusks, a long snout, and a hulking frame. A light breeze drifted in from the north. Perfect conditions. Gunshots shattered the silence. One by one, the hogs were hit and dropped. By 3 a.m., the hunt was over. We had taken down nearly 20 hogs, including the largest boar recorded this month. Our team leader reflected quietly, "If we don't stop them now, they'll be back in next time." The village could lose more than just crops. They could lose sleep for good. If you encounter a wild hog, never approach or confront it. These animals are fast, aggressive, and unpredictable, especially when protecting their young. Immediately report the sighting to local law enforcement or animal control so trained teams can respond. Avoid hiking alone in forests or rural areas, especially where there are fresh tracks or signs of damage. Also, don't litter. Trash, leftover food, and unsecured garbage bins can attract wild hogs into neighborhoods, farms, and parks. When they begin associating human areas with food, they become more dangerous and harder to remove. More importantly, educate your community. Share safety tips, teach children to stay away from wildlife, and support local eradication programs. Small actions like cleaning up, raising awareness, and staying alert can help prevent serious injuries and protect farmland, homes, and families. Wild hogs aren't just a nuisance, they're a growing threat, and stopping them starts with each of us. This time, we weren't stalking through the brush. There were no crouched footsteps or bark-blending camouflage. No darkness to disappear into. Here, the sky became the spear, and the helicopter blade slicing through the silence. They call it aerial eradication, a controversial but incredibly effective method used across flat, open terrain where hogs have nowhere to hide. The strategy? Hit fast, hit hard, get out before the engine noise drives the herd deeper into unreachable ground. Wild hogs run fast up to 30 miles per hour, and once they scatter, they don't stop. The biggest one in this group? Easily 300 pounds. Jet black, caked in mud, tusks like ivory sickles. We fired again, swept left. Helicopter hunting comes with plenty of criticism. The noise disrupts local wildlife. Fuel costs? Over $1, $200 an hour. And there's no time to second guess. Every bullet must count. Every shot must be precise. One wrong move near a cattle ranch or irrigation line could lead to lawsuits or worse. Every operation is tracked by GPS to ensure no stray rounds head toward barns or schools. This isn't just a chase, it's a fight for survival, for the land, for the crops. Today, their population has surged past 6 million across 35 states. And the damage? Over $2.5 billion in annual losses to U.S. agriculture, ecosystems, and rural infrastructure. But bullets alone won't end this war. It's time to think bigger. We need cross-state cooperation, investment in sterilization technology, government-backed bounty programs, and ecosystem monitoring, an expansion of drones, AI surveillance cameras, and smart traps. And above all, we need education, so that every landowner, every policymaker, and every viewer understands the scale of the threat and joins the fight. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What solutions do you see? What's working in your area? And if this battle resonates with you, like, share, and subscribe. This war is far from over, and we need every ally we can find.
A gunshot rings out, and a wolf falls on a field in northern Italy. This scene is becoming increasingly common as farmers and the government are determined to fight against this fierce predator. Cause severe damage to agriculture, estimated at 2 million euros annually. The battle between humans and wolves seems far from over. Let's follow along right now.
Yes.
Wolves, these ferocious carnivores, are becoming bolder and invading residential areas in northern Italy. They cause chaos, attack pets, and threaten the safety of residents. Farmer Antonio Rossi recounts, "Last week, a wolf tore apart 5 of my sheep. We live in fear. In 2023 alone, there were up to 1,200 reported attacks, causing an estimated 3.5 million euros in damages. In response to this situation, farmers and hunters have had to resort to hunting as a means to control the growing wolf population. The government issues about 500 hunting permits annually to farmers and professional hunters. The targets allowed for hunting are adult wolves, excluding wolf pups and nursing female wolves.
Whoa. Yes.
The wolf hunting season runs from October to March, when cold weather and food scarcity make wolves more susceptible to bait. Hunting activities are mainly concentrated in the northern and central Italian grasslands, where wolf densities are highest, such as in Abruzzo, Tuscany, and Piedmont.
Yes!
Oh my goodness.
Hunters often use sound-based luring techniques, with wolf calls costing between 100 to 200 euros. The sound emitted mimics the cry of an injured rabbit, attracting the wolves' attention. Hunters typically use .06 Springfield bolt-action rifles. These guns are preferred for their high accuracy and sufficient power to take down a wolf instantly. The bullet velocity is around 800 to 900 feet /s, with an effective range of up to 100 to 200 yards.
Yes!
Oh.
Many hunters also equip themselves with binoculars to observe and locate wolves from a distance. The most humane shot placement is the chest or shoulder area of the wolf, aiming for immediate death and minimizing suffering. Wolf hunting requires patience and excellent concealment skills. Hunters may have to wait for hours in harsh weather conditions, with temperatures potentially dropping below 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
Nice shot. Yeah! I got a quad!
They often use camouflage clothing that matches the surrounding environment.
Yes.
Oh, hey, buddy. Hey.
Yeah.
Some skilled hunters can take down 2 wolves simultaneously with a single shot, a skill that all hunters aspire to achieve. This demonstrates respect for the prey and minimizes unnecessary suffering. Hunters also use hunting dogs to lure wolves. The dogs used are often breeds closely related to wolves, such as Alaskan Malamutes or Siberian Huskies. These dogs can attract wolves for mating during breeding season. However, this method requires extreme caution to ensure the safety of the hunting dogs. Hunters need to maintain a safe distance of about 50 to 100 yards when aiming, and must be able to quickly distinguish between wolves and hunting dogs to avoid shooting the wrong target. According to official statistics, about 300 to 350 wolves are hunted annually in Italy. Wildlife managers consider this number sufficient to control the wolf population without endangering the species' existence.
Yes.
However, wolf hunting remains controversial in the community. Some conservationists argue that there are more humane alternatives to control wolf numbers, such as using contraceptives for wolves or enhancing livestock protection with electric fences and specialized shepherd dogs. Next, let's go to Africa to see if the hunting skills of hunters there are any different. African buffalo hunting is a popular and challenging activity in many African countries.
Oh no.
From a physical standpoint.
These buffalo, with their massive bodies and distinctive curved horns, are one of the most dangerous animals for hunters. African buffalo are typically found in savanna grasslands, open woodlands, and swamps across sub-Saharan Africa. They live in large herds that can number in the hundreds. An adult buffalo can weigh between 1,100 to 2,000 pounds, with shoulder heights reaching 5 to 5.6 feet. Their robust build, with rippling muscles under thick skin, combined with 4 strong legs and hard hooves, allows them to move quickly despite their large size. The horns of African buffalo are formidable weapons, potentially reaching up to 5 feet in length and curving upwards over their heads. Males usually have larger and thicker horns than females, with a particularly wide and dense base forming a protective boss across the forehead. Males are also larger and have darker black coats compared to females.
To hunt African buffalo, hunters need to use large caliber rifles, typically .375H and H Magnum or larger.
Oh, wait.
Thanks, guys.
Many professional hunters prefer even more powerful guns like the .416 Rigby or .458 Winchester Magnum. The ammunition used must be heavy, usually 300 grains or more, to ensure penetration through the buffalo's thick hide and muscle. Hunting African buffalo requires excellent marksmanship. The ideal target area is the shoulder or chest, where vital organs can be severely damaged. However, due to their aggressive nature and extraordinary endurance, a wounded buffalo can still counterattack the hunter, making the hunt extremely dangerous. Despite being hunted and preyed upon by large carnivores like lions, African buffalo populations remain high due to their good reproductive capabilities. It's estimated that there are currently about 900,000 buffalo across Africa. Each year, approximately 40,000 to 50,000 are hunted, representing about 5% of the total population.
Oh my goodness.
After hunting, buffalo meat is often sold to local food processing plants or exported. An adult buffalo can provide up to 500 pounds of meat, with a commercial value ranging from $2,000 to $3,000 US. Additionally, buffalo hide and horns are valuable products used in the leather industry and for making souvenirs. African buffalo hunting, if managed sustainably, can contribute significantly to the local economy and provide incentives for conserving the species' habitat. However, balancing hunting activities with conservation remains a major challenge for wildlife managers in Africa.
Oh my god.
Macaques overrun Thai streets. From cities to rural areas, they are causing chaos everywhere. Authorities have launched aggressive control campaigns, including trapping, sterilization, and even extreme measures like poisoning. Can humans win this survival battle? Join me in exploring the confrontation between humans and wild monkey hordes. In Thailand, an estimated 150,000 monkeys are scattered throughout urban areas, causing numerous problems. They not only attack residents and tourists, but also engage in theft and property damage.
Alright, he's gonna. Oh, he's got your bag! He's got your bag. His bag. I got my leg.
More concerningly, 10% of these monkeys carry the rabies virus, posing a threat to public health. Given this situation, authorities have allowed farmers and hunters to use monkey traps to control the macaque population. These traps are impressively sized, measuring 7 feet long, 5 feet wide, and 4 feet tall, constructed entirely of sturdy iron. Each trap is designed with a single door, cleverly connected to a long rope that can be pulled up to open the door. The trap's mechanism is quite simple yet highly effective. When the monkeys enter the trap to enjoy a free meal, hunters quickly cut the rope, causing the trap door to slam shut, confining the monkeys inside. The clever hunters place attractive bait such as ripe bananas, fragrant fruits, or nutritious grains inside the cage. The enticing aroma of the food quickly captures the attention of the curious monkey troop. In each trapping session, hunters can catch between 6 to 10 macaques. According to statistics, in 2023, the number of monkeys caught using this method increased by 30% compared to the previous year. Contributing significantly to controlling the macaque population in Thailand.
Yes.
Hunters typically set traps in strategic locations where monkeys frequently visit. These traps can be found on rooftops of buildings, in orchards, or even deep in the forests. For areas with high macaque density, hunters use larger traps that can catch 20 to 30 monkeys in a single trapping session. These large traps are intricately designed to resemble a miniature tunnel system. Each trap has 3 entrances, 2 at the ends and 1 in the middle, facilitating the attraction and capture of monkeys. To lure monkeys into the trap, hunters use appealing baits such as grains, corn, peanuts, and other types of nuts. The familiar smell and appearance of the food make it irresistible for the monkeys.
causing them to easily fall into the trap. After capture, all monkeys are transported to a specialized sterilization center. Here, they undergo a professional and humane sterilization procedure. The process begins with cleaning the genitals, followed by administering anesthesia and moving the monkey to the operating table. Veterinarians perform vasectomies on male monkeys or remove ovaries from females. The entire process takes about 30 to 45 minutes per individual. The success rate of this method reaches 95%, with only 5% of sterilized monkeys experiencing minor post-surgical complications. These monkeys are closely monitored and cared for before being released back into their natural environment. Did you know that Thai farmers have created incredibly unique homemade monkey traps?
Whoa!
I was truly surprised and fascinated to witness how they work. These traps are made from simple recycled items like old motorcycle wheels, small wooden sticks, and belts. But don't underestimate their effectiveness. The clever arrangement has transformed seemingly useless materials into efficient monkey catching tools. The structure includes wooden sticks tightly bound with belts, connected to a wheel and a homemade bow. The highlight of the entire system is a bait-filled leaf, cleverly attached to a drawstring. This method is particularly effective in catching lone or aggressive monkeys that break into homes to steal food. Statistics show that in 1 month, such a trap can catch an average of 3 to 5 monkeys, contributing significantly to controlling the number of harmful monkeys in the area. Say goodbye to the invasive wild monkeys. Let's explore how farmers in Texas are combating millions of invasive wild geese. Invasive wild geese have become a serious problem in many areas of Texas in recent years. These flocks, initially only a small part of a local ecosystem, have rapidly grown and caused many concerning consequences. They have polluted water sources, harmed native plant species, and even caused some community health issues. Faced with the increasingly severe invasion of wild geese in Texas, the state government has decided to take firm action by allowing controlled goose hunting. Residents need to obtain a valid license to ensure compliance with safety regulations. During the most recent hunting season from November 2023 to January 2024, a total of 175,642 wild geese were shot down in designated hunting areas. These statistics highlight the severity of the invasive goose problem that requires timely government intervention. In the coastal plains region, which has the highest density of wild geese, 68,320 geese were shot down.
This was followed by the Texas Plains region with 42,551 and the Texas Plateau region with 31,876 geese hunted.
Oh my gosh.
Despite the large numbers, environmental officials assert that hunting accounts for only 8% of the total invasive goose population in the United States. The flocks of wild geese have caused severe damage to the natural environment. They are the primary cause of water pollution due to their large amounts of waste, increasing levels of organic compounds like nitrogen and phosphorus, leading to severe water contamination. Wild geese like to graze and trample on grass, affecting the vegetation and turning many green areas into wastelands. Additionally, they frequently leave droppings in many places, causing unsightliness and making parks and golf courses filthy. Many cities have had to spend millions of dollars each year just to maintain clean parks and lawns. The breeding season for wild geese typically falls between March and May each year. They usually choose areas with water such as lakes, ponds, and rivers to build nests and lay eggs. They prefer spots with tall grass and dense bushes around for cover, creating a safe haven for their young. Wild geese can breed 4 clutches per year, around 10 to 15 goslings per clutch. With this continuous breeding cycle and large number of offspring, the wild goose population has rapidly increased, causing many complex issues. In Florida, the wild goose population reached 3 million according to 2023 statistics. Local authorities have allowed residents to hunt them freely to reduce their numbers. Wild goose hunting in Florida takes place from November to January each year. When the weather turns cold, flocks of wild geese migrate to this warm tropical region to overwinter. This is also when seasoned hunters in Florida prepare for the dramatic hunting season. Before going hunting, hunters must obtain proper hunting licenses and comply with shooting regulations. Popular hunting weapons are air rifles or firearms, depending on individual preference. In many areas, the use of lead ammunition has been banned to protect the environment. They lie in wait in pre-dug hunting blinds or pits, camouflaged with straw and grass. Artificial calls made from special wooden whistles are used to lure the incoming goose flocks closer. When the geese land, the hunters simultaneously fire to shoot down as many as possible. Wild goose hunting is not only a tradition, but also helps control the overpopulation of wild geese in Florida. However, hunting must comply with strict regulations to conserve the wild animal resources.
Do you enjoy goose hunting? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Please support us by clicking the subscribe button. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching the entire video. Goodbye and see you in our next videos.
Every year, millions of wolves and wild boars wreak havoc, causing terrible damage to American farms. Gunshots echo through the night, and fierce attacks by wildlife leave many families facing devastating losses. Can humans cope with this destruction? Let's explore how hunters and hunting dogs are fighting not only for their land, but also to protect the livelihoods of thousands of families. In Minnesota, one of the largest rural areas in America, damage from wild wolves to sheep farms has reached $24 million annually. In 2022 alone, more than 160,000 sheep were attacked by wolves, leaving residents in dire straits. This relentless devastation has forced the community to stand up strongly, with over 100,000 people taking to the streets, demanding a powerful, urgent solution to protect their lives from the ceaseless attacks of these animals. Hunting dogs, professionally trained, have become powerful weapons in the battle to protect farms from wolf attacks. These dogs not only have the ability to track and chase wolves, but are also equipped with GPS collars, helping hunters easily monitor them in dangerous situations. With keen skills, they can coordinate smoothly, driving wolves away from farm areas, ensuring safety for both people and livestock. In fact, within just 3 months, the use of hunting dogs combined with hunting has helped reduce wolf attacks in Minnesota from 150 to 50 cases annually. Clear evidence of this strategy's effectiveness. These hunting dogs are not just loyal warriors, but also symbols of perseverance and sacrifice for a noble cause, protecting the livelihood and future of the community.
Shoot the one barking.
The wolf hunting licensing process in Minnesota requires thorough and strict preparation. In Pennsylvania, only about 170,000 hunting permits are issued each year, with only 2% to 4% of hunters meeting the requirements. Hunting dog owners must demonstrate their ability to train dogs and ensure their safety during hunts.
You see it? Just wait.
The wolf hunting season runs from November to February, with strict limits on the number of wolves permitted to be hunted, with only about 100 wolves allowed to be eliminated each year to maintain a balance between protecting farmers' property and wildlife conservation. These regulations not only protect farmers, but also the environment, wildlife, and ensure a balanced ecosystem where humans and nature can coexist harmoniously. Hunting prairie wolves in winter, with bitterly cold winds and thick snow, makes movement even more difficult. However, these challenges create the appeal and tension for hunters who embark on a journey full of danger and drama.
Before the hunt officially begins, hunters must prepare thoroughly, from checking guns to preparing modern equipment such as GPS and cameras to determine wolf locations. They not only use these tools to track wolves, but must also be very patient, as wolves are intelligent and extremely agile animals. They can run at speeds up to 37 miles per hour and are very difficult to detect. Wolves always maintain a safe distance and move along forest edges to avoid detection. Therefore, hunters must use all their skills, from listening to every sound in the quiet space of the mountains to observing traces on the ground. Hunters must catch every smallest sign, from footprints to bite marks or blood traces to determine the wolf's movement direction. GPS devices help hunters easily track and get closer, but they must always maintain discretion and avoid making noise, as one mistake can cause the wolf to run away.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Wolves are extremely intelligent animals and can recognize signs of danger from afar. Therefore, hunters must be especially careful with each step, as a small mistake can allow the wolf to escape. When detecting wolves, hunters must use techniques such as long-distance shooting to ensure accuracy and safety, not only for themselves, but also for those around them. A precise shot to reduce pain for the animal in the most humane way possible. After successful hunting, hunters will collect information about the eliminated wolf, report to local authorities to ensure that all regulations on quantity and hunting conditions are adhered to. Wolf hunting is not simply about protecting property, but also part of a wildlife management strategy, helping maintain balance in the ecosystem. The tension of the hunt lies not only in technique and strategy, but also in the split-second decisions that must be made. In those moments, each hunter realizes that they are not only fighting for their livelihood, but also for the protection of a community, and more importantly, for a balanced ecosystem. This hunt, with all its ferocity and cruelty, is an essential part of efforts to protect agriculture and conserve wildlife. However, not everyone agrees with wolf hunting. Many oppose it, arguing that this action causes unnecessary pain to wildlife, and eliminating them is not a long-term solution. They propose alternatives, such as educating communities about dealing with wolves peacefully and managing their habitats. For example, using electronic fences, alarm systems, or devices that emit ultrasonic waves to keep wolves away from livestock areas can be an effective method. Additionally, enhancing monitoring and supporting livestock protection measures, such as implementing livestock protection programs with herders and providing materials on safe protection methods, also helps minimize conflicts without harming nature. This approach not only protects wolves, but also helps maintain ecological balance, where humans and animals can exist peacefully. Moving on from the video, let's explore how we can fight wild boars, similar to how we've dealt with prairie wolves. Wild boars have become a threat that cannot be underestimated to American agriculture, with an alarming increase in numbers in recent years. In the vast cornfields of Texas, wild boars devastate crops, tearing up thousands of acres of cornfields, causing estimated damages of up to $50 million annually. Their traces, with footprints and bite marks on corn plants, leave farmers facing the risk of total loss. Is there a way to stop this destruction? To combat the devastation caused by wild boars, hunting and trapping methods have been strongly implemented. In Texas, hunters and the government work together to deploy large-scale hunting campaigns, using special traps and modern tracking devices to capture wild boars. The government provides financial support and hunting licenses, helping hunters work more effectively. This cooperation not only helps protect crops, but also ensures a stable agricultural economy, helping farming communities regenerate and recover after each harvest season. Hunting wild boars with rifles during the day requires thorough preparation and keen observation skills. In the misty early mornings in Texas, hunters must move carefully, observing every trace that wild boars leave on the ground. Footprints on the soil near water ponds or disturbed earth are valuable clues, helping hunters identify their targets. Equipped with a Remington Model 700 or Savage 110, hunters use 308 Winchester ammunition capable of penetrating the thick body of wild boars from a distance of 200 yards. When a wild boar is detected, the distance between the hunter and the target can range from 50 to 200 yards. Hunters must maintain a stable position, performing movements gently to prevent the wild boar from detecting their presence. Each step must be carefully calculated. Every branch or rock on the hunting path could be a barrier preventing the chance of success. With daylight, hunters can easily observe prey from a distance and plan a more accurate approach. Calmness and shooting skills are decisive factors. When the rifle is raised and aimed at the chest or head of the wild boar, hunters face not only a technical challenge, but also a test of patience. Each shot must be accurate, with no room for error. As a missed shot could cause the wild boar to flee into the wilderness. When night falls, wild boar hunting becomes exponentially more challenging. In the vast lands of Texas, where hunters use rifles to deal with wild boars weighing up to 300 pounds, darkness becomes an ally of these animals. However, hunters are also prepared with modern tools to cope with darkness. Powerful flashlights, night vision goggles, and GPS tracking systems are indispensable weapons in this hunt. In darkness, tension increases. Wild boars often come out at night to forage, and that's when hunters must be extremely cautious. With a Remington Model 700 rifle and 308 Winchester ammunition, hunters can shoot accurately from a distance of 150 to 200 yards, but any mistake could cause the target to escape. Hunters must maximize the use of devices like flashlights to illuminate the search area. When the light flashes, they can see the bright eyes of wild boars trying to escape. That is the decisive moment where hunters must focus maximally and execute an accurate shot to take down the target. With each shot, the air becomes heavy and still. Those moments, between darkness and silence, are breathtaking, where the decision of survival is not just for the wild boar, but also the success of the entire hunting campaign. Hunters face not only dangerous animals, but also themselves, with patience and determination to never give up. The tension of night hunting comes not only from difficulties in identifying targets, but also from the challenge of mastering psychology in a space full of drama and suspense. Although hunting is a short-term measure to mitigate conflict, we need more long-term solutions to protect both wildlife and farmers' property. Ecosystem management is an effective method, such as establishing conservation areas or restoring natural habitats for species. For example, at Yellowstone, reintroducing wolves into the natural environment has helped restore ecological balance, with a strong increase in other animal species. At the same time, community education is an essential factor. Programs like Living with Wildlife in Montana have helped reduce human-animal conflicts by 30% in recent years, proving that when communities understand and participate, we can minimize conflict and build a more sustainable living environment for all. In conclusion, American farmers are applying various solutions to protect their property and livestock from wolf and wild boar attacks. From using hunting dogs, traps, and rifles to working closely with the government to minimize damage. However, we also need to seek more sustainable solutions such as ecosystem management and community education to reduce conflicts between humans and wildlife. We encourage you to join the conversation and share ideas about other solutions. Please share this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow upcoming videos to raise community awareness, contributing to creating a world where humans and nature can coexist harmoniously.